Before we get into the video, I just wanted to let you guys know, I forgot to mention in the intro that I have 3 unboxing videos I did. I unboxed 3 packages in a video, so stay tuned after the update. Hey guys, Peyton Snakeback here again for another DVD and Blu-ray update for you guys this week. It's been about 2 weeks since my last one. Got quite a stack here to talk to you guys about. I got 14 movies, I got 9 Blu-rays and 5 DVDs. 4 Blu-rays that I am getting rid of. One of them, of course, being a burn-on-demand Blu-ray and one on burn-on-demand DVD. Yep, so let's go ahead and get started, shall we? As usual, I'm going to talk about the Blu-rays first and the DVDs. Okay, so the first one here I got, this is one I remember reviewing to you guys a couple years ago. Probably the first year I started this channel. Because I remember I was reviewing a lot of Nickelodeon TV movies. This was one of them. I remember really liking this one a whole lot. And it pretty much holds up, but it's a movie called JINXED here on Blu-ray. This is, like I said, this is a burn-on-demand, and it is black on the back, so it is bootlegish. But this movie right here is basically about stars Ciara Bravo, who did she did the other TV movie I reviewed, I think about a month ago, called Swindle, and she also did Big Time Rush. But the movie is basically her and her family are basically, they're cursed, and they're like they basically don't really have much of a good life, and you know, like always, basically the family's like accidental prone and clumsy, and because it had to do with this curse that their great family got cursed by like years ago, and of course, you know, Ciara Bravo's character and her family, they're living with their grandfather, and you know, she's going to start a new school, and then there's this boy that she likes. She wants to go, she wants to take him to the dance, and of course, you know, problem is, like, she can't go to the dance with him because then all this problems happen, like she's accidental prone. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's actually a pretty unique movie, I thought. Let me turn up the fan a little bit. Kind of hot in here, but you know, that's pretty much what it is. But other than that, though, I mean, I actually really like this one a lot. It has the one boy on here. I forgot what his name was, but I remember he did like an episode of iCarly. He played you know, Chuck's brother. I think it was like in the last season of iCarly, probably like a couple episodes before it ended. All right, the next one here I got. This is one I got from Dollar Tree, and this is one I absolutely thought was amazing and outstanding. I'm surprised I've never actually heard of this movie, and this movie came out back in 2016. So if you ever find this one at one of your local Dollar Trees, definitely get it, because I absolutely love this one. This is a movie called Kicks here on Blu-ray, and this movie is basically, it takes place all in the hood, kind of like, you know, like Boys in the Hood, and you know, the movie Friday, like think movies like that. But the movie is basically about this kid who, like, this 15-year-old, you know, he lives in the hood and he has all these friends, and he ends up getting like these expensive like shoes, like I think his like family is like poor or something, and you know, he's like saving his money to try to get these cool shoes that he really wants, and he ends up getting them from this guy who was selling them on the street, and it was kind of like the exact brand that he wanted. But then one day, this bad gangster, you know, this terrible gangster that you know, everyone's afraid of and everyone just doesn't mess with, he ends up getting jumped by the gangster and his men, and the gangster ends up stealing these shoes, and of course it's this kid. He wants to get back at this gangster, and he wants to track the gangster down and try to get his shoes back, and basically he wants to take him out and kill him, basically. And he's like, gets some of his relatives to try to help him, like give him advice on how he can get these shoes back and how he can get back at this gangster. And his friends are like, no, this is like a dangerous thing. It's totally fucked up. You don't want to do that. But, you know, he wants to get these shoes back one way or another. But I thought this movie was absolutely amazing. I did not think I was going to like this one at first, but the second I popped this movie in, probably within like 2 minutes, I was already into it. It was that good. I highly recommend this one. If you guys have not seen this one, definitely a must must watch, and definitely get it if you find it at the Dollar Tree, because this is where I got this copy at. The next one here I got, now this is a movie I surprisingly have never seen. This came out in 1995. I watched this one with my mom, and I actually did like this one. This one is not perfect or anything. I kind of like, Morgan Freeman and Along Came a Spider a little bit better, but I mean, this movie was still worth watching to me. But it's a movie called Seven here on Blu-ray with Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman, and this is a movie basically, it's Morgan Freeman, and in a few days he's going to retire, and there's like all these like bizarre, like mysterious murders are happening, and each of these murders have like messages, and like I think each one of them has like numbers, and there's like a connection, and it turns out, like, of course, this killer is like killing people that has to do with like the 7 sins or something. He has 7 deadly sins, and he thinks that 7 people are gonna die, and it's them trying to find out who this person is and try to get this person off the streets as soon as possible. That's mainly what this is. This is one of those ones that came with the slipcovers in Walmart, but it comes with the original Blu-ray picture right here. But I actually did like I said, this one to me wasn't perfect, not my favorite. Like I said, I still like Kiss the Girls and Along Came a Spider a little bit better. But I mean, it's still a worth watching movie, I think. I still like it. Okay, the next one here I got, now this is a movie I actually do really like, I know lately, some of the found footage movies that I have been reviewing, I have another one I'm going to be talking about in a sec, which I don't really care for, but, well, actually 2, my fault, actually 2, but this one is actually probably my top favorite, found footage movies that's ever existed, other than, the Blair Witch, which I do love as well, and the new one. But this is a movie called Cloverfield here on Blu-ray. This movie, everyone knows this movie if you haven't seen it. The movie was basically about, there was like this monster attacking, the New York City. Well, it starts off with this guy, and he's like celebrating for his brother a going away party for his brother, and as this party's going on, there's like something's going on, like attacking the city, and of course, it turns out there's this like monster, or this kind of like alien like creature. It's attacking the city, and no one really knows what it is exactly, and and I gotta say, like, this movie is so cool. Watching this now, I do like it. The only thing I have a problem with, watching it now is, they really should have done, like, went a little bit further with this movie, I mean, the thing was, to me, it kind of felt like a little bit short. I feel like they should have been, like, longer. Like, about, like, 2 hours at least. I don't know, that's kind of, like, my opinion. But other than that, I still respect this movie for what it is. I still like it. And the acting's great, and, this was at the time, I think, when this movie came out, a lot of, like, found footage movies were coming out, and, some of them were, some, like, found footage movies are not really all that necessary, but, some of them are actually pretty good, like, Chronicle was good, the Paranormal Activity movies, I've always loved those movies, I can't wait for the new one that's coming out, what was the other one? I know, Devil Inside wasn't all that good, Devil's Due, I know that one was bad, but I liked a little bit of it. I know it wasn't good, but I kind of liked that one. But, but of course this one spawned like 2 sequels as well. Of course, 10 Cloverfield Lane, which I think is just as good as this. Even though there was really no connection to that one, to this. I still enjoy it, but, Cloverfield Paradox I did not really care for. No, that was a Netflix movie. I don't know, but I really do like this one a lot, so, yep. Alright, the next one here I got, this one is a first-time watch, and another movie my mom recommended, and I actually really enjoyed it, believe it or not. I love this movie. I thought this movie was funny, I thought this movie was amazing. But it's a movie called Wedding Crashers here on Blu-ray. I did buy a copy at first time. Bought a copy, it was only the theatrical cut, but then I found, later I found the one that included the theatrical and the uncorked, or the unrated version. This movie right here is, stars Christopher Walken, Vince Vaughn, and Owen Wilson. It has a great cast in this movie. It is basically about these two friends, Owen and Vince. They're basically they basically like to go to all these weddings so that they could fuck women, basically. And that's pretty much what they're doing. They're like crashing these weddings just so they can have sex with these women. And they try to crash this one wedding, and I think the one girl, what's her name's in this? Rachel McAdams, is in it, and Owen Wilson was basically kind of like serious about being in a relationship with her, but I know but the problem is she has this boyfriend, and trying to take the boyfriend out of the picture or something. It's hard to explain, but it's a really funny movie. I did really enjoy this one for what it was. Isla Fisher's in this one, playing this crazy, insane character. I actually did like her character in this movie. Jane Seymour's in this one, which I've talked to a couple months ago. Very nice person. But that is Wedding Crashers here on Blu-ray. And these are movies that I am getting rid of. Now these first two were the found footage ones I was talking about. The movie is, I got The Pyramid, which is one I found at a Dollar Tree last year. Wanted to see if I liked this one a lot better. I don't. The movie was basically it was sort of it kind of had a feel of Blair Witch, and, what was the other one? As Above, So Below. It was kind of about a group of these people, wanting to film stuff in this pyramid, and, weird stuff was happening. I don't know, I thought, for a movie, it was decent, but, it's not my favorite one still. I still didn't really care for what it was. And this is, all of these were Dollar Tree movies. This is the other found footage movie I tried to get into. I remember watching this one on Netflix. Didn't really care for it still. Apartment 143 here on Blu-ray, which was a Spanish movie about these people that were investigating this ghost that's in this apartment, and the ghost was haunting this family. It was an okay movie, but not my favorite. And these movies I just got bored with, so Kill Me Three Times, Simon Pegg, I think. Yep, Simon Pegg, Luke Hemsworth. I thought this one was alright. And the other one, the last one, was a movie called Search Party. I didn't really care for it, but I do have the digital code for this one, so yep. So these ones will be going for sale in my little yard sale thing. Yep. Okay, now on to the DVDs. So the first one here I got. Now this one right here, originally this one was going to come out the Blu-ray. I don't really know why, or because it ended up getting recalled for some reason. I don't really know. No one really knows what the reason is for it. But I really think that it should have got that Blu-ray release, because this movie right here I absolutely loved, and I think this is probably my new favorite Christmas movie ever. But this is a movie called Toys of Terror. I think this aired on the Sci-Fi Channel back on October or something. But I have to say, this movie was actually pretty fun. This is from Warner Brothers, and it's from a company called. And this company has been putting a lot of great stuff out lately, called Blue Ribbon Content. They put out the new Critters movie. They put out the Banana Splits movie. I would love to see more movies from that company, because so far that company has not disappointed me one bit. But the movie here is basically about this family who's moving into this house. Well, what they do is they like to buy these houses and then refix them and then sell them. That's what they do. And this family goes to this one house, and the house, I think, was originally a like a children's hospital or orphanage or something. But when they go there, these kids end up discovering this toy chest, and inside this chest is all these toys. Like there's this monkey, there's like this little wrestler. There's like a little toy elf. Like there's all kinds of like these toys. And there's also like a toy bee. But what ends up happening is these toys end up coming to life, and this is kind of like, the Puppet Master movies, which I never really got into the Puppet Master movies, to be honest. But I think the only Puppet Master movie I've only been a fan of was the first one. But that's kind of like what it is exactly. And the toys are basically coming to life when around these two little kids, and the little kids are obsessed with the toys, and the toys are basically telling the little kids like do all this bad stuff, and of course it's them basically causing a bunch of mayhem and a bunch of hell throughout the house. But I have to say, this movie right here was absolutely amazing, really well done. I'm so disappointed that the Blu-ray was canceled, but hopefully one day maybe they'll end up changing their minds. They'll end up putting out the Blu-ray, or maybe Warner Archive will put it out in the future. I don't know, but or maybe Screen Factory. But really, really cool movie right here. If you have not seen this one, this is definitely a must-watch right here. This is one you saw me buy on my birthday vlog last week, by the way. This movie is very worth watching. I really enjoyed this one. But features on here, you get Toys of Terror Come to Life and the making of Toys of Terror. But absolutely right here, a must-watch. Alright, the next one here I got is another Forensic Files DVD here on DVD. A Forensic Files Death by Poison. This has 12 episodes, burn on demand, black disc, and this is basically all the episodes that has to do with people that have been poisoned. Like there was one on here, I'm trying to remember. There was like a lot of episodes that had to do with poison. I think there was one where this baby died from poisonous, and the family ended up getting it, and something like that. But that's pretty much what it was. Some people were like dying from poison, and some, but like you get 12 episodes on here. Get bad medicine, a bitter pill to swallow, cold-hearted, dessert served cold, freeze-framed, hairline, the metal business, which I think that one was. I remember one of them was about like this old man who was getting poisoned. It turned out his friend was doing it just to get his life insurance or something. I think that was the one. He had like this business, and his friend was like trying to sell his business, like this antique car business. Get a political thriller, Sunday's Wake, Water Hazard, Without a Trace, and Writer's Block right here. But some really cool episodes on here though. Some of them are kind of freaky, but really cool. Cool set right here. But that is Forensic Files here on DVD. I have, I think, 2 Forensic Files DVDs left to watch and review for you guys. The next one here, this is one I have not seen in probably over like 15 years now. And I remember watching this on VHS back when I was a kid. I think I watched this at the Boys and Girls Club. That's how I found out about this movie. Hopefully one day at some point, and it doesn't seem like the Disney Movie Club has been putting out movies lately for the past like 2 years. So I don't know if they're like, if they discontinue that or what. Let me know down below if they have. But I'm kind of hoping one day that the Air Bud movies is one of the movies I really hoped will come out to Blu-ray. I remember Mill Creek was going to put out like a 6-film set with parts 1 all through Air Buddies, along with the first one coming out the Blu-ray. But that ended up getting recalled. I don't know what happened. Hopefully they'll put that one out at some point. And same thing with this one. This is called The Big Green here on DVD. It says Steve Guttenberg, which I know him from he played like the father on that Casper movie, Casper: A Spirited Beginning. He also played in another Disney movie, which I bought, and I haven't watched it yet, but I'll watch it in the future. I think it was called Terror Tower or something. Can't really remember. But it had Kirsten Dunst in it. This one also has Patrick Renna, from The Sandlot. You know, the dude that was like, "You killing me, Smalls." But this movie is basically about these friends. You know, they live in this kind of like small town, and you know, there's not much really happens at this town. And this teacher, this woman, who's like a British school teacher, she ends up like substituting for these kids at the school, and you know, I think like the kids think she's hot, but you know, the kids don't really they they don't really like going to school that much, but they end up starting to come to school when she knows about soccer. And basically, she tries to get him on a soccer team and try and teach him how to play soccer. It's one of those kind of like cool like sports movies, but it's an absolute must watch here if you have not seen this one. Um, but hopefully, at some point, this one will come out the Blu-ray from the winner for the from the Disney Movie Club if they're still around. I don't even know because I haven't seen them like release anything lately. But yep, but that is that. And these last two here, I just got them watching. But I got some wrestling DVDs here. I found at the Dollar Tree. I remember I'm starting to get back into the wrestling now, but I got I got Superstar Collection Randy Orton and Superstar Collection ZACK RYDER here on DVD. Now this one right here, this one has to do with Randy Orton and you know, in all of his matches. There's like 4 wrestling matches here, like him going against Triple H and John Cena, Ted the Beast and Christian. And I have to say, some of the fight scenes, some of the scenes that was going on, like there was some crazy like stunts when they were like fighting in like around like into the audience section. And you know, there was like a lot of crazy stuff that was happening with this one. But I thought this one was actually kind of cool. Same thing with this one. This one, I mean, I kind of like the Randy Orton set a little bit better, but I still like this one. I still like the matches that are on here. There's 6 matches on this one. Like this one has, you know, Christian as well, Dolph Ziggler, and Hugh Jackman makes an appearance in this one in the set. John Cena, The Miz, R-Truth, Randy Orton, and Wade Barrett. But I thought the set was actually kind of cool. Both of these sets were actually kind of cool. I really hope I can come across some more sets like this at the Dollar Tree. At some point, I really hope I can come across some more. But that is all for this DVD and Blu-ray update. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. And I did mention that there was a couple of unboxing videos I did. So let's get right into them. Okay, so real quick before I get into the unboxings from yesterday, as I just got done with the update, I got this package in the mail. So let's see what this one is. I just got one today, but I got a couple more from yesterday. I did a video for you guys. I kind of think I know what this one is. Oh, and yes, it is. The XFiles, the event series here on Blu-ray. Starting to get back into the XFiles now, and this is also known as, you know, the XFiles Season 10. I just need to get Seasons 9 and 11. I've ordered them. They just haven't came in yet. They did ship, though. And so I just got my Season 8 Blu-ray last week, so, yeah. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this one is. This is actually the Revival season that came out in 2016. I never even seen the Revival ones, to be honest. Yeah, I'm just kind of curious to know how they went, though, so yeah. Alright, real quick before we end off this video, I did get a couple things in the mail, so I'm going to unbox them for you. Start off with this one. I kind of think I know what this one is. I know what one of them is. Let's see. Yep, just what I thought. And I know there's really no need to watch this one. Consider the fact that, you know, the new one's going to be a direct sequel to the first one. But I kind of wanted to see these sequels anyway, but it was The Exorcist 3 on Blu-ray. Which, from what I've heard, this has nothing to do with the first 2 movies. So, but it looked kind of fun, so that's why. And I think what's his name? Brad Dourif is in this one, yep. I know I kind of didn't want to watch this one at first because this was someone's favorite movie, and it was Jeffrey Dahmer's favorite movie to watch. And according from what I've heard, he when this movie was playing, he killed someone while he was watching this movie or something. I don't know. But, yeah, that kind of did freak me out, though. But the other one here, I know this one is, waiting for a month for this one to, come in the mail, and it's just what I thought. Yep. The Pebble and the Penguin, here on, Blu-ray, from MGM, so, yep. But that's all I got, in the mail for this week, so, yep.